My name is Min Lu. This is a presentation of TeamQuest Performance Analysis Routines (PAR) Level 11R1 feature updates in Unisys ClearPath OS 2200 Release 20.0. In this presentation, we are going to learn how to generate PAR reports in CSV, separate value format and export them to Microsoft Excel. Next, we will look at the enhancements of parse iStart and iEnd commands you can use when processing SPM or SPM IoT audit trail files. And lastly, parse support of the System Performance Monitor IO Trace SPM IoT audit trail file that is part of Release 20.0. In this release, you can now generate a set of PAR reports in CSV format. This allows the user to export the CSV report format to Microsoft Excel. We have added a new parameter format to the end of each of the PAR IO trace and zip report commands. This allows the user to specify that PAR should generate the report in either legacy print dollar or CSV report format. The syntax for the IOTrace command is IOTrace report name format : CSV. For example, IOTrace summary, activity format : CSV will generate the IOTrace summary and file activity report in CSV report format. The syntax for standard report is XX report format : CSV. For example, IO report format : CSV will generate the standard IO activity report in CSV report format. The CSV output is saved to the file $export in element format. The delimiter for the CSV report format is the comma. This slide shows the group of IOTrace report elements. The CSV output element name is XX, month, day, hour, minute, second, /CSV. It has the month, day, hour, minute, and seconds at the time that the element is generated. The first two characters, XX, identify the report name. This is the group of zip report elements. Note, the CSV report format is not allowed for all zip reports. If you have any need for the CSV format for a zip report that currently does not allow it, please submit a UCF feature suggestion. This example shows elements for IOTrace summary, file activity summary, system performance, and IO activity for zip reports in CSV report format. If you want PAR to place the reports in a file other than the PAR default report file name of $export, you can use the export_file command to direct PAR to report the CSV report format into the qualifier star file name that you specify. You need to specify the export_file command prior to any IOTrace or zip report commands. After you have the PAR $export file on the OS 2200 system, you can transfer this file to the Windows system so this file can be visible on Windows. There are a couple ways you can access OS 2200 files from Windows. You can use Common Internet File System, CIF, to share the OS 2200 project and map that project to a Windows drive. Or you can use FTP or CPFTP to transfer the OS 2200 files to Windows. In this example, we have mapped the par $export file on Windows. Now you can open the CSV reports with Microsoft Excel. We have enhanced the par iStart and IN commands, so you can use them when processing SPM or SPM IoT audit trail files. I will show you more details on these changes with the System Performance Monitor IOTrace feature. iStart and IN commands have been updated to include date or relative date. The time field has not been changed. It is an integer of 200 microsecond interval past midnight. An integer variable, or a character string, or string variable in the form hour, minute, second, hour, minute, seconds, or hour, minute, second. Time specified as a character string assumes a 24-hour clock. If the date field is not specified, the date is the current date. The date field can be a character string in the form of 8 characters, month, /day, /year, 9 characters, month, /day, /year, or 10 characters, month, /day, /year. The date field can also be a relative date. The format is -n, where n is the number of days from the current date. par 11R1 supports the System Performance Monitor IOTrace SPM IoT audit trail that is part of Release 20.0. par introduces 2 new parameters. You can set trail type to SPM for System Performance Monitor or SPM IoT for System Performance Monitor IOTrace. The default value is SPM. Trail ID is the audit trail ID number. This is the trail ID of the SPM or SPM IoT audit trail file. The default value is 19. Use trail type and trail ID when processing SPM or SPM IoT audit trail file. There are a couple ways that par can process the SPM IoT audit trail file. The first method is to do the same as you have done previously with the IOTrace file. Specify the SPM IoT audit trail file on the par processor call line, followed by all of the IOTrace command syntax as shown in the first 2 examples. A new method is introduced for processing the SPM IoT audit trail file. You can execute at par without any parameters. Then you need to specify the following in the order. The first command required is trail type. so PAR can determine whether it is to process the SPM or SPM IoT audit trail. Secondly, the iStart and IN commands for start datetime and end datetime. Then your normal IOTrace report commands. PAR will determine which SPM or SPM IoT audit trail file cycles to process. Let's review the example. We have trail type : SPM IoT followed by iStart 00:00:00 and IN 01:00:00. PAR will determine the audit trail file cycles that include the 1-hour time frame from midnight to 1 a.m. of the current date and generate the requested report. The top example has trail type : SPM IoT followed by iStart 00:00:00, -1 and IN 01:00:00, -1. PAR will determine the audit trail file cycles that include the 1-hour time frame from midnight to 1 a.m. of yesterday. In the last example, we have trail type : SPM IoT followed by iStart 00:00:00, 11/01/2022 and IN 01:00:00, 11/01/2022. PAR will determine the audit trail file cycles that include the 1-hour time frame from midnight to 1 a.m. of November 1st, 2022. In summary, TeamQuest PAR Level 11R1 is updated in ClearPath OS 2200 Release 20.0 to include features to generate PAR reports in CSV format. iStart and IN commands are updated to include date or relative date and support the SPM IoT audit trail file. Thank you for reviewing this presentation and your interest in the TeamQuest PAR product.